huge non-conference games for the Auburn program in 2024. Let's talk about what it means.
You are now listening to the War Report Podcast Network.
Let's go. Up-tempo game, Auburn family. I hope everybody's having a good week. Dustin Smith coming in here with a quick video to talk to you guys about these massive non-conference games that Bruce Pearl scheduled for the 2024 season. One of them will be for the 2025 season as well. We'll talk about that. But let's hop right into it and talk about the first one, the SEC ACC opponent, a team that we have not seen since the Maui Invitational back in the 2018-2019 season. I'm sure all of y'all remember that game well. Auburn lost 78-72 to Zion Williams and Duke. If I remember correctly, Duke shot a lot more free throws than us, and I am definitely expecting that again inside of Cameron Indoor Stadium. But taking a quick look at the Duke program, everyone knows that Coach K stepped down, and Duke kept rolling. They finished 27-10 last year, made it all the way to the Elite Eight before losing to in-state rival NC State, who just got red hot there in the postseason. Auburn is 0-3 all-time versus Duke, and 0-2 all-time in Cameron Indoor Stadium. So we got an opportunity to get our first win ever versus this historic program. Going to be a fun one, going to be a big-time matchup, an atmosphere that Auburn has not been in a very long time. I have it here. I believe it says Auburn has not played in Cameron Indoor Stadium since the 80s. So been a while. First time in a lot of our lifetime we've ever seen Auburn in kind of a non-conference atmosphere like this. This is going to be one of the bigger regular season games that I can remember maybe ever for Auburn. I don't want to engage in hyperbole or overstate it, but we all know what that Duke uniform means. We all know what Cameron Indoor is, highly regarded as maybe the craziest atmosphere in college basketball. So, and for recruiting, I think this is just massive to have these eyes, have all the eyes on you. You know, everyone's going to be talking about Bruce Pearl and Auburn going into Duke. So this is a big opportunity for Auburn to make a statement. And we've seen before, and we'll talk about this with the next opponent as well, close losses. Even if Auburn goes in here and gets a close loss, it's not really going to hurt you. The committee kind of views it as a win. I guess you could say a win would mean a little bit more, obviously, right? I'm just talking about in the eyes of the committee, in the eyes of building your resume. You know, if you go up to Duke and you lose 75-70 or something like that, they're not going to punish you. Really, they're gonna reward you for being proactive, putting a team like that on your schedule and going out and making it happen. So this is big for Auburn. We want to represent the SEC well in the SEC ACC Challenge, kind of show the ACC that we're closing the gap. No better opponent to get than the Duke Blue Devils to kind of make that statement. So very excited, hoping that our Auburn Tigers can get that first win versus the Duke Blue Devils in the history of the program. The second big non-conference opponent that is now on the schedule. Auburn scheduled somewhat of a home and home over the next 2 years with Purdue. It is neutral site. Auburn will be playing this year. Purdue will come to Birmingham, and then next year Auburn will go to Indianapolis. This year's game will take place on December 21st, 2024. Next year's game will take place on December 20th. So right there around Christmas time, and hopefully our Tigers can give us a nice little Christmas present. We all know what Purdue is last year, going 34-5, making it all the way to the national championship. Purdue's website says they're 2-1 all time versus Auburn, but everywhere else I looked had Purdue as 2-0 all time. So that's what I'm going to go with, 2-0 all time. Last win versus Auburn was 2016, last time we played. Purdue defeated Auburn 96-71. These two teams finished pretty close last year as far as KenPom. Very similar teams. Purdue was number 3 in KenPom at the end of the season. Auburn was number 4. Purdue also plays Alabama. Little side note. So we all know how that goes. Auburn can't, well, I say can't, but it wouldn't be fun for us as Auburn fans if if Alabama messes around and beats Purdue, and then Auburn goes and loses to Purdue. You know how that's going to go. They will find the pettiest of lanes. And we'll find the pettiest of lanes too. But we need to execute on the court and make it happen. So this is going to be a tough one, right? It's going to be a tough one, but you're getting them in Birmingham. And the thing I like about this is it's so funny to me when Auburn loses road games in the season. People all freak out and they go, you got to win road games if you want to win in March. Do you? because you don't really play any road games in March. It's all neutral site once you get to the conference tournament and beyond. So I like facing big opponents like this in neutral site. It kind of gives your team the feel of what that's like as far as preparation before the game, and then the atmosphere in the game going into an arena that you've never shot in before. That is tough, and it is tougher with some of these bigger arenas. So it just I like doing it. And then let's talk about what this means for Auburn. The first thing I think this tells you Bruce Pearl believes in his damn team. I mean, you got Duke on the schedule. You got Purdue on the schedule. There's rumors of another big non-conference matchup. This is big time stuff right here. So I think Bruce Pearl he looks at Janai Broom and he looks at Chad Baker Mazzara and he looks at Denver Jones and he says, "You guys are our leaders. You guys are our veteran leaders. You should be able to take us into road atmospheres like Cameron Indoor Stadium and perform and step up to the plate." So I think that he really believes in this team. I think that he knows that he's got a good team this year. I've got some questions about some things, but I think you're always going to have questions, right? And we'll definitely talk about that as basketball season approaches. I know that right now everybody's kind of in full football mode, but I wanted to get in here just real quick and not gloss over these two big-time matchups for Auburn, because I think it shows you also where this program is at. And Auburn is in some battles for some top flight recruits, some elite guys, and then you're able to put these kind of games out there, these national broadcasts, these marquee events where the whole nation's going to be watching. If you just show that you belong, if you just perform, you'll definitely be able to sell that to recruits. And then if you go in and win, you really, really make a statement. So it's a testament to where this Auburn basketball program is at this point. And I think we're not shocked by it anymore. We kind of know what BP is. We know what he's built. So let's take this next step as a program. I think that's kind of what this means for Auburn. Let's take that next step, right? Let's go in there. Let's actually get the win versus Duke. Let's get the win versus Purdue. Two huge programs that Auburn has never beat. Go in there and get one of these wins and kind of make that statement. And like I said, I just think that it's really gonna help you build your resume. We know that the SEC is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. So this kind of gets you ready for that conference play. I love a matchup like Purdue where they're going to play hard. They're going to play physical. It's going to kind of get you ready for that meat grinder, that physical, that bully ball style that is the SEC. Two very, very good tests for Auburn. Very excited for the fan base. These are going to be fun ones. That game at Duke is going to be super hype. And I'm sure a lot of Auburn fans are going to get out there to Birmingham and pack the house. So good stuff, man. Very proud of Bruce Pearl and what he's done with this program, and I'm looking forward to seeing Auburn in these matchups. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Going to be dropping a lot of content coming, man. College football season is right around the corner. These high school games will be firing up here in about a month, so you guys know that we'll be on that. Going to have some EA College Football 25 content dropping for you guys here soon. Excited about that. And our Auburn Tigers take to the podium tomorrow at SEC Media Days, and me and Blake will be going live Thursday, the 18th at 7 p.m. to talk about Hugh Freeze, Keldrick Falk, Peyton Thorne, what all they had to say. So we will see you guys then. We love all of you. I'll catch you on the next one. War Day Mingo. I'm out of here, man.